Hello Sagittarius, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for you? Knight of Pentacles, firstly. Five of Cups. Then you have the Temperance card, which is your card. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is your other card. And that is 4 cards. So, as always, I'm going to talk you through these cards first, and then clarify and see why they're here in more detail. But firstly, the Knight of Pentacles is kind of the energy of slow and steady wins the race, right? This is like the tortoise and the hare. You may feel like things are taking a lot longer than you want them to. You may feel as if things are going very slow in your life, whether it be around love, whether it be around work, whatever it is for you. Things are actually going to go a lot smoother and get you to where you're going a lot quicker than you're anticipating. Even though it feels like painfully slow, it's working out for the best, basically. Especially this week, things are going to be moving very slow, but it feels as if it's for the best. Then you have Five of Cups. Five of Cups is kind of the negative card when it comes to, like, I guess you're just not feeling maybe your most optimistic at some points this week. And, like, we can't always be very positive and always optimistic. So it's nothing against you or your character, but there's just something where, this week in particular, there's something going on where you're looking at the glass as half empty in some way. And it may be, for this to be coming up, it's just kind of like alerting you. So when you do it, you're going to go, oh, actually, this isn't me. Why am I looking at this the wrong way? I'm looking at this, I should be looking at it that way and seeing all the good that's coming of it. Like, there's just something where maybe you're a bit tired of being optimistic all the time, and that shows this week because you're like, I'm not going to. And then you go, actually, I've got a lot to be grateful for right now. Like, there's something where you're fighting yourself a little bit. It feels like you're fighting your, it's like the devil and the angel on either shoulder, and it's like you're winning. Then you have Temperance, which again, you're winning because you are in your own character. Your Temperance is your card and the Wheel of Fortune, so it's like you come back into yourself again and you balance yourself out. Temperance, I feel as if this card's often kind of reminding you to meditate or to quiet your mind, to find peace in doing nothing. If you're someone that's very busy or always has to do something, I'm getting something about earphones or headphones. So you might be someone that always has headphones in or something, but there's something where you think you're doing nothing but you're not, if that makes sense. Whether it be headphones, whether it be playing with a necklace, whether it be keeping your hands busy, there's something where you think you're doing nothing because you're not doing anything necessarily productive, but your brain or your hands or your ears with music are still very busy, and there's a need to kind of switch off everything. And that's what you're doing this week. At some point you're finding that complete quiet inside and out, and unplugging the earphones if you always have earphones in, for the small select few of you. There's just something where you're like, no, I am calm, I am doing nothing. And then you're like listening to your music and you're dancing and you're like, no, you're not doing nothing. You're not going to realize, I feel, until this week there's going to be a specific kind of synchronistic moment. It feels like a sunset might be involved, or a sunrise, where you're like, actually, this is the quietest my mind and my heart has ever been. And you're going to realize it's coming when you're completely still. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is really nice. The Wheel of Fortune is good luck, good fortune, things turning in your favour. It also feels like things are going to be consistently moving in your favour from now on, from seeing this. If you felt as if you were going backwards or you weren't seeing much progress, it's like you're getting on a roll with things again. Things are moving forward successfully. And lots of good luck in like little and big ways, because this is a major arcana, so there's a lot happening when it comes to luck and good fortune. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Four of Swords, there's something very healing about moving very slowly. Now, whether that be your career, whether that be a passion project, not like shooting into complete success as quickly as you anticipate, it's going to be very healing and it's going to be confidence building in some way. It could also be around love, of things taking their time, because they're going to be building, like, notice the trees. Those trees, they're long lasting. They've taken their time to grow. They didn't just, you know, they weren't there overnight. And they're strong because of it. They're strong because of the roots they have and the time they've taken. They have built a certain level of stability and strength because they took their time. There's just this real... I don't know why I'm getting bamboo come through. I feel like I might be wrong, but bamboo grows very quickly. I might be wrong. But it's also like very hollow. Like there's something where this is not hollow. These are solid trees that are growing because they're taking their time. So whatever it is you're waiting for, whatever it is that's taking a painfully long time, it's because it is of value and it's long lasting and it's very, very secure. Clarify the Five of Cups. Oh my goodness. You have the Nine of Wands with the Five of Cups. So, Five of Cups is the card where I said you're not going to be feeling your most optimistic with the Nine of Wands. So that's like wounded warrior. You've been hurt in the past. Things haven't gone ideally, to put it simply. My words aren't working. Things haven't gone your way at the least. I don't know how to speak. With the Five of Cups, it's almost as if it's like you're preparing to be disappointed in some way. Because of disappointments from the past, you're looking at all the reasons why something won't work out. You're kind of, and that's when you're not being optimistic, because you're like, well, I want to be prepared because, you know, in the past, you know, it's just like disappointments. And then here it's like, I'm ready for the disappointments. Like she's reaching up. It's almost like I'm getting this reading of this very different from how I would usually read it. She's reaching towards the disappointment. Like, just give it to me now. Tell me now. Like there's something where it's like you're trying to rip off the band-aid, but the band-aid, there isn't one to rip off. If that makes sense. Clarify the Temperance card. Magician with the Temperance card. Oh, that's so nice. The Magician is very magical, obviously. But it's also about manifestation, and it's about you knowing that you can manipulate your reality to benefit you. You can manipulate your reality in favor of you if you can kind of find that inner calm to ground yourself where you currently are. Then you can move on from there. But it's almost as if you're having to find, with the Temperance card, there's something about grounding yourself in your reality and being aware of where you are truly, and then being able to manifest where you're going next. And when I say ground yourself in where you are truly, some of you could be a little bit like, it feels like, in a good way sometimes, don't get me wrong, there's something where you're a little bit delusional or a little bit hopeful, but it's leaning towards imbalance or something. It's a bit too delusional. Whereas with the Temperance card, it feels like this week you're very grounded in your current life circumstances and seeing things black and white as they are, in order to then go, okay, I know where I am now. Now I know what I need to manifest. Now I know what I'm going to create. Now I know what I'm going to work on, because I can see very clearly where I actually am and where I want to go. But there's like, I really like that you're a little bit delusional, but it feels like it's got a little bit, not a little bit. It might have just got like out of hand. You kind of, it feels definitely positive, like I'm saying, but anything, too much of anything is bad, right? There's balance that needs to be had. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Pentacles. There's a change when it comes to money or the way you make money. There's an increase in income or there's a new opportunity. The exciting thing about the Ace of Pentacles is this is a seed being planted. So whatever this is, big or small, it's actually just the beginning. Whatever it is you're being offered, whatever opportunity is landing in your lap, is going to cause a lot of change in a positive direction, but it's also going to grow from, like, you haven't seen nothing yet, basically. Whatever it is, whatever, like, opportunity, there's an opportunity coming towards your career, this feels, but you don't really, you know you can put a lot of work in, you know you can kind of show off your skills, show off what you can do. You don't actually see how far this is going to take you. Not yet. You don't see the extent. Like, even if you're like, no, I am seeing it, I'm visualizing big things, it's different and it's bigger to what you're picturing. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you know it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tall Tarot Tuesdays.